this is Mystic Jen. I am here with a weekly tarot reading. This is for Monday, March 26th through Sunday, April 1st, which is April Fool's Day and Easter at the same time. So happy April Fool's Day and happy Easter. Okay, today I am going to be using the Goddess Tarot. I really like this deck. Okay. And I've already pulled some cards out because I tried to record this beforehand. And the video ended up cutting off somehow. Okay. Now, the first card that I drew out was for Monday and Tuesday. This is the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is about competition. It is about maybe even arguments or just some conflict that is going on. So it looks like in the first part of the week, you're going to end up maybe in some kind of debate. I'm feeling like there's something that you and a group of people are not exactly seeing eye to eye over, that everybody wants their opinion heard. I do not feel like this is not a malicious type of argument, but more of an intellectual or just a misunderstanding. Okay, and along with this, going into Wednesday and Thursday, we have, I think she is either the High Priestess or Mother Nature. I'm actually going to look in the little white book to see what her name is, because the names are not on the cards. Okay. I have not gone through this deck yet. Okay. I just pulled it out and just started shuffling it. I do that sometimes. I will go in and I'll pull a deck out, unbox it, and just start shuffling and reading with it right away. And it almost like helps get the intuitive juices going. It makes you use your intuition more. When you haven't seen a deck before, it really challenges the intuition. And this deck calls the Hierophant the Teacher. And it's about learning spiritual teachings of nature, allowing the creatures of great and small to teach you their messages, seeking guidance from those who are wise, teaching by the way of discovery, religion, seeking guidance from higher authority, connecting to your divine source. Which is kind of fitting because as we go on the Wednesday and Thursday, we're preparing for the Easter weekend. In addition to that, it feels like maybe you are going to somebody of authority or somebody to help with this dispute here. Excuse me. Or you may be the one who's doing the teaching. You may be coming up with the ideas that will work for everybody. Something that everybody would be happy with. There's all these animals that are flocking around, and if you look up here, it looks like there's actually a fae or fairy up here, a fae person, okay, who's sitting there and watching, and there's the light that's coming down from above. I don't know if you could see that in this photo or not, but up here there is a light shining down on her, and there's rays of light all around, and it feels it. I get the sense of illumination. that Fae is of spirit, because she's almost translucent. And I get the sense of that this teacher is receiving messages from spirit, and in order to help, maybe with a dispute, or she's being taught how to handle this situation. Okay, so the teacher here is helping with this, coming up with a solution for this issue that occurred the past couple days. And his message is coming from the spirit world. And then as we go into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we have the High Priestess. And she looks so at peace. I really like this card because she's sitting and she's meditating and reflecting. So this weekend is about reflection. A lot of people, religious organization, a lot of religious people are going to be reflecting on the crucifixion of Christ. Okay, and trying to get our souls right with the divine. The Christian people will call them God. I call it usually spirit or source. Source is a collaborative of all the spirit world. And everything is of light. So this card is calling for you to reflect on your inner belief system. Okay, almost like maybe your karmic connection to source. This is a very religious weekend, and it's kind of fitting that the High Priestess would come up in this weekend, plus the Hierophant or the teacher coming up for the middle of the week, because like I said, everybody's preparing for the Easter Sunday. So there is, like I said, the week is going to start out a little bit rough, and then it's going to turn and go into more of a religious, reflective idea. And I also want to pull an oracle card. I'm being called to do that. And because it seems like this is messages of light, I am being called to the Keepers of the Light oracle deck. Okay, I used this in a client reading, I believe. I just used this deck recently. And we're going to see what message has, what Spirit has for us for this entire week to sum it up. But this week is a lot about reflection, self-reflection, getting back on one spiritual path that so many of us, we let the hustles and bustles of everyday life interfere with our inner self. This could be indicating an inner conflict. This could be indicating just stress over being busy, okay? And not taking time out for ourselves, not taking time out for our spiritual path, okay? And we have two cards popping out here. I usually was only going to pull one, but we have Supreme Protection. You are protected. Cords are being cut and move beyond limitation and trust. So this card here is signifying, again, coming in with that inner peace, cutting the ties of things that are not useful to you or that no longer serve you. cutting the ties of all those worries and all those problems that you experienced during the week. And Soul Flame is rediscover a lost part of yourself and experience relationships, harmony, and healing. And I'm feeling like this is a relationship that you have with spirit or your spirit guides. This is a very reflective, very religious based or spiritual. This is a spiritual week. And this is, you need to cut the ties with things that don't serve you. Cut the ties that are things that bog you down. And go within and rediscover who you are and that lost part of yourself. And this is also reflective of the high priestess, how she is meditating, okay, and the secrets being revealed to her, her connection with spirit. And this is what this week is all about, which is really fitting with Easter coming up this weekend, is reconnecting with spirit. Whether you call him spirit or God, the divine, however you refer to spirit, the source, reconnecting and finding yourself again, getting back on your spiritual path, the direction in which spirit calls you to go. These are really beautiful cards, and I really want to check out the messages. It's like legend has it that the personification of the perfect compassion was looking down on the earth one day and cried tears when she witnessed all of the suffering in the world. Which really makes a lot of sense. The Christ did the same thing. God, Spirit, looked down and saw all the suffering and everything going on in the world and wanted to do something to help these people. Okay, and he cried when he saw this. And when the tears hit the earth, the lotus formed from which Tara, the goddess of compassion and light, was born. She has many forms based on different colors, and we have chosen green in this oracle because she brings the light of protection and safety from her. Always compassionate and loving, she helps us move into a new state of being and doing. Okay. You are safe. Protection is all around you. The worst is behind you, and you are ready to move beyond the challenges that are set out for you. Cords are being cut between you and your past so that you can feel energetically clear and aware. Don't worry about recalling fearful experiences. They aren't going to be recreated now. Just acknowledge them and leave them behind you so you can step into a space of spiritual and personal freedom. Green Tara has placed a force field of complete love and acceptance around you. She is here to tell you that you no longer need to build up walls around your heart and that it's safe to trust what you feel and who is in your life today. So, I take this as all those ties from your past that you seem to have trouble letting go. Now is the time to let go of those. And let the love and compassion surround you. And you do have people in your life that you can actually count on, that you can trust. And leave those that you can't behind. Okay? They don't serve you. The ones that they're just there to stab you in the back. And with this one, with this oracle card, it's also a beautiful card. It is loving union, connection, and relationships. They are the key. And it's important to remember, though, that the relationship won't make you whole. Only your own love can do that. You have opportunities to find lost parts of yourself, maybe sensual aspects or the capacity to cherish yourself. The relationships around you will then begin to reflect the love you have for yourself. Increase romance, love, and opportunities to express divine harmony through love are all the becoming apparent in your life. You deserve divine love. And Radha, with her Shakti presence, is here to awaken this loving connection within you now. So this could also be significating somebody coming into some kind of spiritual awareness this weekend also. So this is a very profound message this week, and it's about leaving your past and all those issues and stuff behind you and moving forward, finding yourself, connecting with spirit and strengthening your spiritual life and allowing your spiritual guides and angels and divine to communicate and guide you this week. So this is the message for this week, this coming week, and I hope you find this helpful. I will be back with more videos. I have to finish up the rest of the signs for my monthly readings, so I'll see you after a bit.